Hey there, it's Medusa, and this is my spoiler-free review for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. This is not as bad as a movie as some people have said, but I don't think it's a movie I'd ever want to really rewatch again. I think this movie is a bit too long with some chases that whilst watching I was like, come on, get to the point. The beginning bit, as you must have heard, has a lot of like a de-age scene in the past with Indiana Jones. And I did notice the fact that he was de-aged, but it wasn't too bad. However, there was a scene when the camera's panning back and you see like a kind of overall shot and you see Indy running along the top of a train. And it does look just like a cartoon. The acting and performance from Harrison Ford was really, really good. But Disney basically copied and pasted Indy's post-last movie to now's backstory with Han Solo's. I am inevitable, and I am Iron Man. I am all Sith, and I am all Jedi. I am all Nazi, and I am all Indiana Jones. I'm honestly surprised they didn't use that again. That being said, Indiana Jones was still cool in this movie, and it does feel like himself, just elderly. If there's one big problem with this movie, it's gotta be Wombat, I'm afraid. I think Phoebe Waller-Bridge is talented, and I thought Fleabag was an excellent show. But that's who she's playing. Fleabag. And whilst Fleabag is great in her own show, what the hell is she doing with Indiana Jones? I think Waller-Bridge was completely miscast, and if anything, the internet suggested that the final instalment should have had Indy and a grown-up short round on one final adventure with Marion would have been so much better. Wombat was a character I didn't believe and I didn't give a damn about. And I honestly think this leads us to the biggest problem of all. Who really needed or asked for this movie? We've all had to suffer through the indignity that was the sequel trilogy of Star Wars. We're suffering through mind-numbingly boring and obnoxious remakes like Beauty and the Beast, ugh. And we've scratched our heads at the point of Toy Story 4 existing. My point is, when you finish a story, let it rest. Don't dig up the maggot-infested corpse of a beloved character or story and use it like the dead guy at the beginning of Werewolf by Night. Let the end be the end when the ending is satisfactory. And that's all I can really go into without really talking about spoilers. Don't get me wrong, this isn't the worst movie ever, and as annoying as I can understand people finding Wombat, she wasn't the worst character in the history of television or movie. And I think I would have enjoyed it more had this movie been released before the Star Wars trilogy. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Sorry my voice is a bit, low. It's because I was at a Maisie Peters concert yesterday night with my friend, and we had an amazing time. It was such a good concert.
You're calling like the future, then you close